In the wilderness, where life thrives in unrelenting chaos, every creature is a player in a deadly game of survival. But what happens when humans, often overconfident in their mastery of the natural world, find themselves at the mercy of its true rulers? One such harrowing encounter between man and beast unfolded high in the Himalayan peaks, an ordeal that will leave you questioning whether humanity is truly equipped to face nature's unbridled ferocity. The journey begins. A quest for the ghost of the mountains. Rajiv Kapoor, a seasoned wildlife photographer, had spent years chasing the untamed beauty of nature. With an impressive portfolio of tigers, elephants, and other majestic creatures, he set his sights on the ultimate challenge, the snow leopard. Revered as the ghost of the mountains, the snow leopard is one of the most elusive predators on Earth. Its habitat, high-altitude regions of Central and South Asia, poses extreme physical and logistical challenges. But for Rajiv, this was the pinnacle of his career. Equipped with the best cameras, survival gear, and a fierce determination, Rajiv embarked on a solo expedition deep into the Himalayan wilderness. The journey required crossing icy rivers, navigating sheer cliffs, and enduring sub-zero temperatures. Months of preparation had sharpened his resolve, but as he set up his base camp in a remote valley, the photographer was unaware of the predator's silent gaze already fixed upon him. The first signs of danger for 4 days, Rajiv scoured the terrain for signs of the snow leopard. He tracked its paw prints in the snow, analyzed its territorial markings, and scouted areas where prey animals like baro, Himalayan blue sheep, congregated. Patience and meticulous planning were paying off. On the 5th day, his efforts were rewarded. As the sun bathed the snow-drenched ridges in golden light, Rajiv spotted movement through his binoculars. There, perched on a rocky outcrop, was the creature he had sought, a male snow leopard. Its thick, spotted coat blended seamlessly with the surroundings, and its piercing blue eyes seemed to reflect the cold majesty of its habitat. Rajiv's heart raced as he focused his lens, capturing frame after frame of the predator in its natural glory. But as he moved closer for a better angle, he failed to notice how quickly the sun was setting. The snow leopard, aware of his presence, began to move, not away, but toward him. The predator revealed by the time Rajiv realized his proximity to the predator, the landscape had shifted dramatically. Shadows lengthened, and the temperature plummeted. His footsteps crunched loudly in the snow, a stark contrast to the predator's silent approach. The snow leopard emerged from behind a cluster of rocks, its lean, muscular frame now fully visible. Rajiv froze, his instincts screaming danger. He tried to remember the advice given by local guides. Avoid direct eye contact, back away slowly, and never run. But the intensity of the leopard's gaze unnerved him. Before he could react, the animal let out a deep, guttural growl that reverberated through the valley. It was not a warning, it was a declaration. In the snow leopard's eyes, Rajiv was an intruder, and this was a challenge it would not ignore. The attack. Nature unleashed in a blur of motion, the snow leopard charged. Rajiv barely managed to swing his heavy backpack between himself and the predator as its claws slashed through the air. The force of the impact knocked him off balance, sending him tumbling down a slope. The fall left him battered and disoriented, but it bought him precious seconds to regroup. The snow leopard, undeterred, pursued with terrifying agility. Blood from a shallow wound on Rajiv's shoulder stained the pristine snow, a vivid reminder of the stakes. He clutched the hunting knife strapped to his belt, a tool he had hoped never to use. As the leopard lunged again, Rajiv swung the knife in a wide arc, narrowly grazing the animal's flank. The predator recoiled, growling in pain and anger. This wasn't over. The fight for survival. What followed was a brutal, primal struggle that tested the limits of human endurance. Rajiv used every ounce of his strength and wits to keep the predator at bay. His backpack became a makeshift shield, absorbing the impact of the leopard's relentless swipes. Rocks and snow flew as man and beast wrestled for dominance in the frozen wilderness. Rajiv's adrenaline-fueled strikes with his knife were more about survival than precision. Each time the blade connected, the leopard grew more cautious but no less determined. Finally, in a desperate act, Rajiv hurled a large rock at the animal, striking it squarely on the head. The snow leopard paused, letting out a guttural roar that echoed through the mountains. For a moment, it seemed torn between continuing the attack and retreating. Then, with a final snarl, it turned and disappeared into the shadows. The long road back to the battle left Rajiv physically and emotionally drained. His injuries were severe. Claw marks raked across his back and arms, and his left ankle throbbed from a sprain sustained during the fall. But survival instincts kicked in. He fashioned a crude splint for his ankle and began the arduous journey back to his base camp. Every sound in the wilderness seemed amplified, a potential sign of the predator's return. The snow leopard, Rajiv knew, could be stalking him from the shadows, waiting for the opportune moment to finish what it started. When he finally reached his camp hours later, he collapsed from exhaustion. His body trembled, not just from the cold but from the realization of how close he had come to death. Reflections. A lesson in humility. Rajiv's wounds healed over time, but the experience left him deeply humbled. He returned to the mountains months later, not as a conqueror seeking to capture the snow leopard through a lens but as a respectful observer. His photographs of the animal, though stunning, now carried a deeper meaning, a testament to the raw, untamed beauty and unforgiving power of nature. For the snow leopard, the encounter was just another day in its relentless fight for survival. For Rajiv, it was a reminder of humanity's fragility in the face of nature's unyielding rules. The balance of nature. This story is a stark reminder that the wild is not a place for human arrogance. Every predator, every prey animal, and every gust of wind operates within a finely tuned balance. When humans step into this realm, they are not at the top of the food chain. They are merely visitors, subject to the same rules of survival that govern all living things. Rajiv's tale, though terrifying, underscores the importance of respecting these rules. It's a lesson in humility, a call to tread lightly, and an acknowledgement of the profound power that lies within the natural world. Conclusion. The wilderness is beautiful but indifferent. When you venture into its depths, you enter a domain where instinct trumps intellect, and strength can determine survival. Rajiv's encounter with the snow leopard is a chilling reminder. In the wild, the line between life and